Hi.
Hello.
You're gorgeous.
Thank you. You look handsome.
Thanks. Wow.
Are you gonna cry?
A little bit. I love you.
In preparation for this day, I asked each of you separately to send me a note of a special memory that you had about the other. Harrison, when I asked Alyssa about this, she told me about a time that the two of you went to Santa's Wonderland. Now, that wasn't necessarily the most ideal night. As she told it, it was very cold, and there was a lot of rain, and so it was maybe slightly not enjoyable. However, what she remembered from that night was how hard you worked to keep her warm, how hard you worked to try and enjoy the night with her. She still cherishes those moments, and she actually still keeps a picture from that night on her nightstand just to look back on that moment. May you always seek to care for her with that intentionality. Alyssa, as you know, I asked Harrison the same question, and here's what he told me about you. He kind of cheated, and he sent me two memories in the same note, but we'll let it slide. He told me about the time the two of you went with some friends to Red River, New Mexico. He looked back on it so fondly as one of his favorite memories with you simply getting to be together as a couple on a trip. He told me about the moment that he knew he wanted to marry you as well. It wasn't long after y'all moved to San Antonio for school. He said that despite the stress and the busyness of y'all's schedules, you being in med school, him being in dental school, that you two still found a lot of time for each other. Whether it was to study or just to be together, you found time. It was in those moments that he realized that he could never imagine his life without you. Alyssa, may you always bring him that joy and peace in his life.
I wrote you a little bit of stuff. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Alyssa Ray Langley, I love you with all my heart. If you had told me as a kid that I'd ever find someone as special as you to spend the rest of my life with, I would have told them they're crazy. You bring out my best side. With you, I feel like I can be myself. I feel like I have someone who loves me unconditionally, will be there for me in my darkest days. With you, I have someone to lean on, talk to, share my dumb thoughts that come randomly to my head. Those thoughts that make you roll your eyes and laugh and say, oh my gosh. You're my person, I could not live without you. You're kind, you're gorgeous, incredibly intelligent, and you love the fun things in life. You're adventurous, you like to be outdoors, and you love A&M like I do. We are a match made in heaven. God has truly blessed me with you, and I'm excited for each and every day I get to be with you. Life is going to be a journey, but there is no one I'd rather take on life with. God is good, and He has blessed me with you.
I love you so much.
I love you.
Love between a husband and wife goes beyond the simple stating of words. What you promise today must be renewed tomorrow and each day forth. Real love is something beyond the warmth and the glow, the excitement and romance of being deeply in love. It is caring as much about the welfare and happiness of your marriage partner as your own. Love makes burdens lighter because you divide them. It makes joys more intense because you share them. And it makes you stronger so you can reach out and become involved with life in ways you dare not risk alone. It is your duty, Harrison, to be to Alyssa a considerate, tender, faithful, and loving husband, to support, guide, and cherish her in prosperity and in trouble, to thoughtfully and carefully enlarge the place that she holds in your life, to constantly show her the tokens of your affection, to shelter her from danger, and to love her with an unchangeable love. It is equally your duty, Alyssa, to be to Harrison a considerate, tender, faithful, and loving wife. So now, by the virtue and authority invested in me as a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Harrison, you may kiss your bride. Family and friends, I am proud to present for the first time as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Harrison Field.
Taking hold of the moment as we discover every color filled with wonder. Now we finally see we got everything we need. Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance begins. Heading out on our own with our hope in the clouds. We're starting to see that we're onto something. Feel it coming now.